Hey, what's up guys, this is Liam on CSGO Station, back with a new smokes tutorial, this time on the map Cache. I'm going to start with T-side smokes, going from A site to B site and then mid site, as well as some CT ones and some very important flashes and Molotovs that will really help you out in the game. Do be sure to subscribe if you enjoy this series and let me know in the comments if I missed any. If you want a smoke caught off on Cache, come into this corner over by where you boost up. Look just to the left hand side of this line and at the top of the box. Jump and throw, it'll bounce, land at the back of sight and smoke off anyone sitting in quad with the AWP. If you come over to the back wall just outside of a main, you can walk all the way to the back and line yourself right with the middle of this white line on the floor. Aim up to the line on the window, just up in towards the sky, just to the height of the telegraph pole, then up a little bit higher. It's just a single normal throw, no jumping, no moving, and it'll bounce and land and smoke anyone sitting up top. A very good smoke for the site is if you come on top of this box and all the way into the corner at the back here. Look right to the top of this window part, you see how the line goes up? All the way to the left, just to the left hand side, and then down a tiny little bit. It's just a normal throw. Get this one right, it'll be very good when you're taking sight, because when you're on there, you're safe and you'll be able to get the bomb down. From a very similar position, you could jump onto the box right next to the wall. You can look up just below the middle of this window, look straight over to the left, and a normal throw once again. This one will smoke off the car so you can rush out onto site. If you come over and line yourself right in the middle of this manhole cover, just outside of a main, look right towards the side of the pole and just in the middle of the top section. You can jump and throw, this smoke will fly all the way over the warehouse, bounce off the roof and get rid of anyone sitting in quad. A much easier car smoke is if you come into a main. This one can be thrown in any general area. Just run forwards and throw off of this box. Just a little bit of practice, you'll find the perfect one for you. Moving to the B site smokes now, you can come over to this corner and look right in the middle of this window. Run forwards, walk and then throw. It'll bounce off and land right in the doorway so no one can see you from site or lower or upper. This one's very good, takes a bit of practice, but not too difficult in comparison to some. If you come over to the right hand side just here and aim towards the third or fourth window, run forwards and throw your smoke. This will bounce off. I think this one's a little bit easier than the previous one, although again will take some practice and very good for getting into checkers. If you don't want to do that smoke and you've made it nearer to sight, you can go just up and to the left of the top left white section on the wall here, run forwards and throw. It'll bounce up top and land easily. This one looks complicated but actually isn't. Alternatively, you can do the same. You can just do another step and throw. It will bounce off the wall right in the middle of the third section there and smoke off hell. From the toxic area, you can actually smoke off the back head glitch area. Just aim just below the top of this roof, right in between this window, walk forwards and throw. Same as before, it will land perfectly. Just make sure you shoot out the window before you do so. Again, from the same position, but don't actually jump up. You can aim just to the edge of this window area, just here, and then all the way up to the height of the roof. This one's very similar, but a little bit further to the left. Run forwards until you've done about 5 steps and throw. It'll bounce off the back wall on top of it and then smoke off sight. Moving on to mid smokes, there's actually a lot from the spawn, and a lot of these will take practice. There's a lot of different things you can line them up with. For this one, we're going to stand right in the middle here of this first white line on the floor. You got to run and try and keep your crosshair to the top of this crate. When you get just to the end of the white area on the floor, you can jump and throw. This one will go all the way across the map, bounce off the back wall and smoke off the box. Another way to smoke off this box is if you line yourself up with the middle of the car and just jump onto the front there. You can aim right in the middle of the gap where you boost up and then up into the sky to the height of the chimney on the right hand side. This one doesn't need to be perfect and is actually very, very simple. It's just a normal throw. You can also smoke off Z from spawn, and you need to line them up depending on where you are and the positions from this window and these white lines on the floor. This one takes some practice. If you're on the third line, you aim at the middle of the window, run and throw when you get to the end of the white line. If you're on the right, then you want to aim a little bit further to the left, and if you're on the left, you want to aim a bit further to the right. All just takes a little bit of practice. There's actually a very effective way to completely smoke off mid, and if you come to this right hand side here and just aim towards the top of the window on the left hand side, you can throw this smoke off the left. You couple this with a teammate who comes to the left hand side and aims to the top right of the window. Throw these two together, it completely smokes off mid, throws off the enemy team, and they don't really know what's going on. Another way to smoke off Z is to sit in this back right corner just here and just kind of the center of this little section and towards the top of the roof. Just jump and throw, it'll bounce off the floor and then straight into Z. This one again takes a little bit of practice, but is very, very helpful. Now I'm going to move on to a few smokes from the CT side. This one my friend Fredo loves to do. You can do it very easily by walking out and throwing there, but you can also do a sprint version where you run out and throw it again on the same position. It'll bounce off and smoke the bottom of mid. It takes a little bit of practice, but it's very, very simple. Another very good smoke mainly going to be used on the CT side is to smoke off vent from the back of the car area. You come and jam yourself in this corner just to the right of the telegraph pole and up on the perfect height of this line coming across. You run forwards and throw it. This one again, a little bit of practice, but it's very, very nice if you want to smoke off vent. Two smokes for the B site on CT. You can just come to the edge here, walk forwards and throw your smoke. It'll bounce off the wall and smoke off checkers. Alternatively, and definitely much better at the start of a round, is to come running out of this part just here, run forwards and throw, bounce straight off of the top left section that you saw of that white wall earlier. You can do this walking or moving or any version you want really, and it'll always land in the same position or thereabouts. Moving into the flashes, if you find yourself getting stuck in default, you can throw right off this air conditioning unit. It will bounce off the wall and flash anyone looking out of main. If you are coming out of main, alternatively, you can run straight at this section, throw the flash, and it will flash anyone off on car if they're looking towards a fork or if they're just on fork itself. Another way to counter this from the CT side would be to stand by this back wall and throw over a flash. It'll pop, flash, and wreck anyone that's trying to come out of main. Another way to do this is from default, where you can just run forwards, jump and throw, bounce a flash right off this top section. It will come over and flash anyone pushing the site. This can also be done on the B site, and to be honest, anywhere in Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Just jump, throw, run forwards, bounce a flash off of anything. It will go behind you and flash anyone on the other side of the object. Can be done in multiple positions on this part of the map. If you want to rush out of mid straight away, or maybe even later in the round, you can run forwards and throw this flash off this part of the wall here. It'll bounce out and wreck anyone pushing from the CT side. Another bouncy wall flash from the back of MBK. You can just throw that there. Boom! Wrecked. Moving on to Molotovs, you can walk down this little lane here, and then right under the corner of this little roof, you can just run forwards and throw. A little bit of a difficult Molotov to pull off, but very effective if you know how. Just takes a bit of practice. If you're on the B site and you want to get rid of the rush, you can throw a very nice insend aim into the top part here, running forward, bouncing the insend right off of the angled section just there. It will insend off the site. The same can also be done for Heaven, maybe if you've planted and you don't want them to come running out of it, by bouncing it off the same rampy section on the other side of the room. A very similar but not exactly the same insend can be thrown to get rid of anyone coming out of checkers. Just don't bounce it off of the slope section, but off the wall instead. The final insend that I'm going to show you guys, if you come up to the back side of this wall just here, right in line with the mark on the floor, and then just up the markings on the wall on about the 4th line across, you can throw this insend. It will insend off the back of sight. This one's very good. Doesn't have to be perfect, but will require a little bit of practice. If these smokes, flashes, mollies, any of these helped you out, do be sure to let me know, and subscribe if you enjoy this content, and let me know as well if I missed anything. Have a great day as always, guys. Take care and peace, people.